we have some incredible new video of our friend Donie O'Sullivan, I never remember if it's Donnie or Donie O'Sullivan. He's a CNN reporter. He's excellent. He went to Arizona over the weekend. Now, in Arizona over the weekend, there were two different things going on. One, former Vice President Mike Pence was campaigning for the challenger to Kari Lake. I forget that candidate's name. And Donald Trump was campaigning for Kari Lake. Donie O'Sullivan went to Arizona, interviewed the Trump supporters, and it is as bad as anything that I have ever seen. Let's take a look at it.
He didn't lose.
Since who?
He just didn't lose.
Do you believe the election was stolen?
Yes.
Do you have faith in elections now?
No.
Do you believe the 2020 election was stolen?
No, I don't believe the 2020 election was stolen. I believe that there are aspects of the 2020 election that were unfair.
In Arizona, a Republican Party at odds with itself, Trump and Pence holding competing events with two very different understandings of reality.
We need a landslide so big that the radical left cannot rig it or steal it, even if they try.
At Trump's rally, a bonfire of conspiracy theories.
Have you watched the January 6th hearings?
I have.
What do you think?
I think they're a bunch of bull.
Why?
Well, because do you have both sides, or are you getting one side of the story?
You mean like the side that attacked the Capitol?
You really believe that happened?
I was there.
Okay. I have a lot of people that were there
Guys, she has people.
too,
And
saw things that it wasn't what they say it was.
but there's been hundreds of Trump supporters now charged. A lot of them have pled guilty.
And do you think it's right for those people to have those people in jail and not
But you
get
think-
any justice in our American system?
All of a sudden, it's funny. There's been no greater event that has inspired the right to demand criminal justice reform, pre-trial detention reform. There's been nothing. It's been 40 years what the left has been talking about this. And all of a sudden, these arguably domestic terrorists are arrested and jailed. And now all of a sudden, the right is saying, we're not treating people in the justice system very well. Incredible.
Are you kidding me?
Do you think it was right that they attacked the Capitol?
They didn't. That
Nobody attacked it, guys. It's all fake.
was an inside job, buddy.
That conspiracy theory that those who stormed the Capitol were not Trump supporters is widespread here.
Have you guys been watching the January 6th hearings at all?
No.
No?
No, we saw it when it all went down, and then we saw like a lot of the BLM and Antifa people in the building as
It was Antifa.
well, and it's just nonsense.
But I think like 800 people now have been charged, right?
Yeah.
None of them are Black Lives Matter or Antifa.
Yeah, that
They're
doesn't
not
mean
charging
anything.
them.
That doesn't
Correctly.
mean
They
anything
have
in
not
this
been
country.
brought into court.
Right. So here's what happened. The real perpetrators of the January 6th riots were Black Lives Matter and Antifa, in disguise as Trump supporters. They have not actually been charged. The people that have been charged are the real Trump supporters who didn't do anything. But okay, they're on video doing stuff, but they're actually Black Lives Matter, not really Trump supporters. But the Black Lives Matter people haven't been charged. And the ones charged are the Trump supporters who are victims. But it looks like they're on video doing stuff, but it's not really Trump supporters, it's Antifa. You see how it's just an endless circle. This circle never ends.
For
It's like a Mobius strip.
their due process because they have not been arrested.
Hunter Biden hasn't been arrested.
Trump has told lies about the election in that he said he didn't really lose. Do you think that all the lies about the election are damaging for American democracy?
You believe he lied?
Do you not?
No, I do not. I don't. Why he won?
But these are no longer fringe ideas. A majority of Republicans do not believe Biden legitimately won the election.
Hey guys, any of you want to talk to us?
The Proud Boys, who Trump once infamously told to stand back and stand by, now a regular fixture outside his events.
Any Proud Boys want to talk to us today? No? You been watching January 6th hearings?
No.
Nothing to say.
Nothing to say?
There's CNN, right?
CNN, yeah.
Thank you.
Not fans? Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
The former president here to campaign for a ticket of conspiracy theory spouting candidates who say they would have overturned the results of the 2020 election in Arizona, like Carrie Lake, candidate for governor.
I know for a fact we will no longer accept rigged elections. Who's with me on that?
Right.
Pence here campaigning for Lake's Republican rival.
Arizona needs Karen Taylor Robeson in the State House.
Here we met some Republicans who are done with Trump.
Now, here, this is also interesting because it's not like these are reasonable people, but they've had it with Trump.
I voted for Trump twice. If Mike Pence runs, I'm voting for Mike Pence.
Okay, so why is that?
I just think that, everyone's seen the January 6th committee. He stood up for democracy that day. He's like, I'm not leaving the Capitol because I need to be here. And he was the one that was making phone calls to the military.
Yeah. So this is fascinating because I'm with you that compared to the Trump people, this guy seems eminently reasonable. But remember, Pence didn't really do anything. Pence didn't have a choice. The thing that Trump wanted Pence to do, Pence didn't have the power to do. So now they're considering Pence a hero simply because he didn't overtly try to do something he had no right to do. And that seems reasonable by comparison.
Trying to fix the situation while Trump was crying in the dining room.
But even among this crowd, there is sympathy for Trump's election lies and support for a 2024 run. You're about to see Pence speak here. Trump's not a big fan of him right now.
I understand that. I hear that he could have not certified those results pending all the claims of the fraud.
Wrong.
And I wish he would have done that.
Pence had no legal basis to do that.
Correct.
Also among those here, Rusty Bowers, a lifelong Republican and Speaker of the Arizona State House.
We're talking to a lot of people in here today who said they're not watching the January 6th hearings. They still believe the lies about the 2020 election. What would be your message to them?
I have no message for them. I can't help them. If you don't want to look and you don't want to see, then you won't see. But I've seen enough to know. And I know that all the people right in this room have done their best to count everything and do it all right.
He testified before the January 6th committee about Trump's efforts to get him to overturn the 2020 results in his state.
What is these conspiracy theories, these lies about the election, about democracy, what is that doing to trust in this state?
It destroys it. It destroys it. We've got to let things go.
What would need to change for you to have faith in U.S. democracy?
I don't trust our government, first of all, period. And if you don't have fair elections, what good are they?
Do you ever worry that you're wrong? Do you ever worry that...
Oh, absolutely.
Do you ever worry that maybe
Yes.
Trump has sold you a lie?
Yes, if you start researching and believe that you're the one who's wrong and that you're crazy, which I did do, thinking, okay, maybe I'm wrong and maybe I am being brainwashed and believing something that someone's telling me, but then you go in and look the other direction and you find lies after lies after lies.
Right. She suspected she was being lied to, but then she's like, the other side is lying even more, I guess. So these are very resistant to change beliefs. And there is going to be a real battle for the Republican Party. If you look at the polling, you already see it. And we're going to look at some of that polling later this week, probably, or maybe next week. This is going to be a real battle in not only 22, but in particular in 2024. But look at the folks that are being fought over. And that really should make us think, wow, this is not exactly a group, to put it politely, that is necessarily going to fairly and soberly and calmly evaluate the claims being made by the Trump and anti-Trump sides of the Republican Party and come to some kind of empirical conclusion. And that should scare all of us. We're going to continue covering these types of interviews. Really, really good job there by Donie O'Sullivan. Science has shown us that lowering your body temperature at night improves sleep in many ways. Our sponsor, Chili Sleep, creates systems that cool down your bed, promoting deeper, higher quality sleep. It also just feels great. I use it at home. I'd recommend it to anyone, and I've recommended it to some friends who now use it as well. Chili Sleep's product, the Ooler, the Cube, and the Dock Pro, they're all water-based, temperature-controlled pads that fit onto your existing mattress. You can keep your bed as low as 55 degrees, as hot as 115 degrees. I like 60. Their new Dock Pro sleep system has double the cooling power of other models, 5 times the cooling contact, whisper quiet. You can control it with your phone. It's awesome. With Chili Sleep, there's no more feeling hot at night, no more sweating. Cooling your bed down like this is amazing. You really have to try it for yourself. When you go to chilisleep.com/Pacman, you'll get 30% off the Uller and Cube sleep systems and 10% off the new Dock Pro. This offer is only for my audience. The link is down below.